Anyway.
All right, here we go. We're recording in 3, 2, 1. We're rolling.
You're not going to join in.
We're rolling. Oh, yeah, man.
I almost had it.
Timing just really off.
All right.
All right. Welcome back to iMind. This is the first podcast of the year, technically.
2022.
First one we're recording.
A little late.
A little behind. It's okay, though. We got episode 14 coming at you. Just subscribe, like the videos, follow us on Instagram, like those photos, and hit that notification bell.
Thank you.
Ding.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry, I don't pay attention to Ryan very well.
We're at all.
I'm Thad. That's
I'm Ryan, and this is our guest.
I'm Kenton.
What's gang?
Clearly, Kenton outdid us on the attire, which is very kind of him.
Yeah, we're like last minute. Hey, Ken, you want to come through? And he's like, oh yeah. Let me just like stunt on you guys real quick.
Yeah, the real stunting with a shirt that I stole and pants that I think I've had these literally since like probably sophomore year of high school.
Stole allegedly. We'll leave it at that.
Hey,
Read the disclaimer. All stories
no
are
cops.
alleged. No cop, no stop.
Yeah.
I actually really want to be the guy that goes to prison for stealing a shirt and then getting caught on a podcast and then like like everybody asks in prison like, so bro, what are you in for? What are you in for? It'd be like, bro, you don't even know me. I stole a shirt and then bragged about it online like a pimp.
Like a pimp.
They're like, oh, dude, this guy.
I should definitely not mess with this guy.
Yeah.
He's for real.
He might put it on the internet.
Who knows? Maybe he's gonna steal something.
Oh my goodness.
So tell us about yourself, Kenton. What you're doing? Like,
trying to become a nurse right now. Yeah,
nurse.
which is weird.
I would have never observationally looked at you and been like, yo, this guy wants to be a nurse.
You know, it's fun. I get that a lot, which is like understandable because I have a mullet and I'm a male. And I don't know. It's just like it's weird to think that there's just like industries that just are completely dominated by certain people, and it just like makes you think about it. Like that when you think of nurse, you probably think of like a woman stitching you up and like helping, you know? But I don't know, just something about helping people. It's real nice, and I feel like nurses make a good amount of money. It's quality work. You're doing something right.
It's an honest living.
It's an honest living, and it's not. I don't really want to do any more ranching, you know.
yeah, that is totally fair. I think if you grow up doing blue collar, you realize I'm done with
I want to use my mind a little bit.
Right, right. Like all, like 100% respect to blue collar people. I love like everything there. Like that's such a great way of like living your life, is doing something that's needed. 100%. I do not want to break my back and just be sore 100% of my life and just working super hard.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, you would work hard regardless, like no matter where you're at. But so yeah, you said like male. Like, what is it like being in like a major surrounded by females?
Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Like every single one of my classes that I have, I am by far in like the minority. I have 115 people in one of my lectures, and of that, 6 of us are dudes.
Whoa, those are some good odds right there.
That's a great ratio. And it's like nice because there's a lot of like beautiful, intelligent women in my classes. The only thing is, a lot of them are very, very like pigeonholed. Like they aren't like looking to grow and change. They're looking to use what they have and just like become a nurse and then continue like that. They're just very stubborn people.
like in the lane.
In one lane, a lot of single kids. Like they didn't have any siblings growing up.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Why do you think that they chose nursing? Or does it contribute to them?
I don't know. I just feel like a lot of women in high school just like I don't know.
It's the white girl stereotype.
It's white girl stereotype.
You know,
you see an attractive white girl, you ask her what she's doing, she's probably going to say nursing.
Yeah. I think that's partially the reason why it's so swayed. But
yeah.
How many siblings do you have?
I've got 3 siblings. I've got an adopted brother, and then I'm the youngest, and so I've got a much older brother.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Golden children.
It's the best. It's other numbered kids suck. All of you.
All of it.
Other numbered. That's a whole new avenue of like this is
discrimination.
Right, yeah, discrimination.
Yeah, I discriminate solely against people who aren't youngest. I got a much older brother. He's about 7 or 8 years older than me, and he's in Germany. He's doing military stuff, being crazy. And then I got an older sister who's still up in Montana, but in a completely different part of Montana that we grew up. Montana's huge, you know.
It looks like that big.
What are you talking about?
On a map.
It look like
you
this
know?
big. Right?
It's about that big by that big, you know.
Oh yeah, I mean, if we're like, well, then like other states are like smaller though, you know.
Yeah, but like Montana, that big.
Nobody knows
Third
Montana.
largest state. Thank you very much. Come on
Really?
now.
I didn't know that.
Land it.
So it goes-
land mass.
Alaska, Texas.
Montana, California.
Oh,
Montana's bigger than California.
Mm-hmm.
that's crazy to believe.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting bamboozled there.
I also could just 100% be making that up.
100%. Hey, it's about the mentality.
But
you know?
I'm really confident about it,
Yeah.
so like people should
Yeah.
believe me.
Yeah.
But yeah, my sister's up in Montana. She's getting her doctorates in something to do with English. Actually, really smart, but like English is just like what she loves more than anything. She just likes writing, and I think she wants to be a professor. But she's also just figuring out life. She's great. I actually love my siblings. They're great people.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So you're doing nursing, right? So like, what is the overarching goal that you want to accomplish in life?
Oh, I want to do medical research at the end, like genetic research in particular. I love science, like more like that. That's my end all be all, is being in an area where I can just ask any question in the world and be able to find out or discover something or build something that could help people or do something like that, you know? I think because the human body, like looking at it as like a purely scientific thing, so cool how like everything works together and then we're able to perceive and like look crazy, insane.
That sounds like you should be doing like our degree.
But biomed engineering?
Yeah, or biochemical engineering.
Yeah. I also want to make money and
Yeah.
like do it right now.
Oh, okay. So like nursing is going to be like supply the cash.
It's a path.
And then
Okay.
you
So
can
wait, are you
figure
going
out
to
how
do
to
more
break
schooling
in.
then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you are. Okay.
I love school.
Okay. Fair.
Being out of school is not something that ever interests me.
That's interesting.
Maybe, I mean, that's me right now, but like maybe growing up later, but I just like learning.
That's
and I'm
good.
finally in a spot like with my classes where I don't feel like I'm just like, wow, I already know this, you know, like I'm just sitting here and you're talking to me and it's wasting my time.
Yeah,
But now it's kind of like, all right, neat. That's cool.
that's good. So what like other schooling are you going to pursue?
Probably going to do med school, probably going to get a degree in microbiology, probably going to do something to do with like, I really want to work in a lab, and I actually applied to a couple labs for my college, and I've got accepted. And we're just like kind of like choosing. They're like in the midst of like choosing a project to work on, and so it'll be fun to work on stuff like that. But again, that's like working on like research grants and stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's good for med school too, because like if you're trying to go to med school, you need lab work.
Mhm.
So
A lot of
Yeah.
it.
And yeah, it's a lot of work to get to like the upper level of any like scientific place, but I just think it's really cool. Like writing papers and stuff like that on just obscure medical facts and doing tests. Woo,
yeah, that's
crazy
good.
cool.
I mean, if you like that, you should definitely like follow that path for
Right.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So in like medicine, especially, like there's a lot of girls, right? Like you're experiencing it right now. So what is the you've been talking about some of the girls in your class. What does the ideal woman look like for you, man?
The ideal woman.
Because you got a pretty good ratio going on. Like if you want to play the field, you can play the field.
Yeah,
you know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
there's always an option like of like playing the field and like saying what's up to the ladies.
Yeah.
I don't know. I find I'm very attracted to strength in women. And like I mean that like both physically and like just like mentally and like psychologically. Like if you're strong and you like have firm beliefs and you understand who you are and you can also are just like very capable and able to like do things, I find that so attractive, because what I'm looking for in like a woman isn't necessarily like a trophy, I guess, but I'm looking like a partner. Like a lot of the time life is like crazy and it's hard and having somebody who's capable to be like right next to you makes it so much easier, you know. And
That's
just like it's helpful for like stressful situations.
Yeah, that's a solid like definition. Like you don't want a trophy, you want a partner.
Right.
I think that's like way healthier to like approach something like
Yo,
that.
quote that right
Quote
now.
that. Quote that.
Yeah.
Write that down.
Write that down.
Write that down. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like what else? So you like strength? Like I'm totally with you. Like mental and physical strength is up there for sure. How do you like perceive mental strength? Is my question. Like how do you judge somebody's mental strength?
How are you supposed to look at someone and weigh? Yeah, you're strong or you're weak.
You can really tell a lot of person like when they deal with a situation that they don't want to be in, you know, like if the best time, like in my opinion, to like really get to know people is if you are like early morning and you have to work on something, or like way late at night, you know, like we've worked together at night and it's just like been a horrible, like we're tired, want to go to bed, and then it's just, and it sucks. But I feel like just when you have like a project that you're working on and you like notice, and do they, and it, like you can notice how they react, like do they want to figure out how they can get it done fast and like efficiently? Do they really want to focus on make sure that they do it right the first time, or do they like say let's give up and like do this later, you know? Yeah. Or like, and sometimes you do have to give up and do it later, but like also there's a lot of time for, if you just push through, you can get it done like right away.
Yeah, that's like farm boy mentality for sure.
Right.
Yeah, which makes sense. Yeah,
I've got a problem in front of me and I don't want to think about it ever again, so I'm going to work hard now.
Solve it. Yeah, don't put off for tomorrow, which can be done today.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
What about you guys? What are you guys looking for in women?
In a woman?
In a partner?
Yeah, Ryan. What are you looking for?
You just copy her traits and just say them right now. It'll just save you. Just like
I was about to say, hopefully my girlfriend.
Right. Just copy all of her traits. Just say them.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm very similar to you with like the whole like looking for more of a partner than like a trophy. Obviously, like being pretty is nice. Like I appreciate you out there, you listening. But as far as like, I don't know, like someone who really like to add on to him, someone who really gets like shit done. You know what I mean? Like my biggest pet peeve in life is a complainer, and I hate people that complain and just spew BS. So like someone who's like, I don't mind listening to you and like pouring into you if you're willing to act on it, you know? So it's like, I don't want to be the person to be pouring out continuously. Like I need some back in some sort of way, you know?
Reciprocation.
Yeah. And like in different avenues in life, you know, someone to balance where I'm weak, and for me to be able to balance where they are, you know, like it'd be cool that you're strong in everything, but like what's the point of us if both people are strong in one area and just like fall apart together on the other? You know what I mean? It's like building a wall with a strong fence but a terrible foundation, or vice versa. What's a good foundation worth if there's nothing built on top of it? So
yeah, that makes sense. I don't know, like I definitely want a partner.
Breathing, hopefully.
Breathing's good. Trying to breed some athletes. Trying to breed some athletes out here. So, I like mental strength. I define it as like tough skin. Like I have a hard time like talking to people that don't have tough skin. So, like that is a must for sure. And then like there's certain things that like I'm not able to supply as like a guy. So like nurturing, like I need them to be relatively nurturing. Yeah, and then you get stuff done, have your own goals, actually like have gotten to a point where you're actually independent, because I feel like you learn a lot if you're like able to like take care of your own life. And if you've never gotten to that point, then it's kind of hard to like understand like certain issues that come up, you know.
Can I ask you guys a little personal question real quick?
All the personal ones,
if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Are you guys paying for your own college?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Do you guys depend on your parents for like pretty much anything?
No.
I feel like dependent for me is a little
monetarily.
Well, as far as like monetarily speaking too, like I got certain like deals with my parents when it comes to like my vehicle. Like they have access to my vehicle anytime they come down here, so there's a little bit of a deal when it comes to like what things are paid for, what things aren't, and stuff like that. But yeah,
give and take.
Yeah, like I don't ever really buy anything on my parents' coin, like ever.
Yeah, I feel like that. Like not to brag. I mean, I'm paying for my own college too, and it's just like it's a bill now. You got to pay it. It's something you got to like focus on, and like something you have to make money in order to like. It's part of college. Like people always, a lot of people worry about like, how am I going to pay for college or whatever. Like, it's a bill. You know, it's something you got to focus on. And do you feel like I feel like it's really uncommon nowadays for people to be paying for their own college? Almost everybody I talk to is.
It is very uncommon.
Mainly either being heavily supported by their parents to go through college, or at least there's like some sort of like deal there, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, for me, because from where I'm from, like you get money every year just from being a resident. So like, luckily my parents were wise enough to just, instead of giving it to me at a young age and me just blowing the cash, they put it into like an account. And that's been like kind of where a lot of my colleges come from. But like I still had the responsibility of keeping my scholarship. Like they still put it in perspective, like, hey, like this is the amount you got at the beginning of college. Like if you don't hit that mark, like it's not our problem. Like it's just not, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, and I totally agree. Like a lot of people are not paying for their college nowadays. And I think that people don't try as hard because of it. Like,
at least it's less so in like our classes. A lot of the engineers, they actually are paying for their own college. And like a good chunk of them are on some pretty hefty scholarships here because they're like local. But yeah, if you go into like other colleges, it's for sure not the case. Like most people are getting it covered. So
yeah, I bet like the business college here, I wonder what percent of them is actually paying for their own college, because it can't be much.
Yeah,
I would say like less than 20%. In the business college, I think less than 20%.
There's got to be like national studies on that.
Yeah. But I feel like someone who is going to be paying for their own college, typically they're going to want to get the most bang for their buck. Like they're going to want to be in a college or pursue a degree that's worth their time and money. I feel like someone who isn't paying for their college isn't going to really. There's like, oh, let me just go to college. If that's an opportunity for them, just be like, oh, I'll just go to college. Let me just pick something easy, so I'll have a degree.
Well, that's like people have lack of motivation because of that. So like our retention rate is like 30% here. For like people that start at our school and get a degree at our school, it's like 30%.
It's that low.
It's dumb low. Yeah.
Wow.
And like
wow,
guys, we beat the numbers.
Not yet.
High fives all around. Let's go.
I haven't graduated yet.
yeah. Neither have we.
Yeah. There's still a chance that we could bomb this thing.
Just bomb the next 3 years of my life.
Yeah.
I mean, that molecular biology class, man. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. I'm sorry I left you in that class.
I know, man. It's bad.
I kind of just ditched you, but
well, you seem like you have a pretty good like head on your shoulders. Like, where do you equate like the person you are, like the good person that you are? Like, what do you equate it to? Like, where do you think
it came from?
Yeah, where do you think it came from?
I had really great parents growing up. Like people talk about like privileges that everybody has. I feel like coming from like a household with you crack mine too. Coming from a household with like the parents that I had, who had an expectation for like not only like hard work, but also just they taught about what the hard work meant, you know? Like you can try really hard, like, and that's good, but also even if you mess up or you fail or you do something like that, that's just part of the process, and you need to try just as hard as you did last time and succeed. And I feel like that mentality has really just stuck with me more than anything, of success no matter what. And success can be defined however any individual wants to. You know, what do you guys like? obviously somewhat intelligent and highly motivated gentlemen as yourselves. What about you guys? What pushed you?
I mean, like, similar to you, like, definitely beyond blessed about who I had around me in my family, especially my parents. Like, shout out my dad for, like, doing so well, like, financially throughout life, but homeboy really created some hard times on purpose just so I would be a good person, you know, like, making hard times so that I do turn out to be a quality individual. Because they could have paid for college. They could have. I didn't have to, like, work the apartments all the time dealing with, like, sewage lines and stuff like that. But, like, that's the environment they created to where, one, we're able to do what we do, but also to produce good people.
Yeah, your dad has definitely accomplished, like, kind of an interesting feat, being able to, like, be so successful, be a good guy, be a strong man, and actually create strong men also.
And it's not just us either. Like, whenever there are people around that didn't have that kind of influence in life, he makes it a point to, like, pour into those people. So shout out my dad.
And then similarly, so my dad, also a great guy, super strong dude.
Shout out that's dad.
That's dad. Yeah. But like because I'm the oldest of 6. So, like, finances wise, kind of on the rope. Yeah.
Dead giveaway.
Dead giveaway.
We knew.
Oh, yeah.
You're paying for college? Yeah, 1 of 6.
1 of 6, yeah. So, because of that, like, life for me and my brother, like, we didn't have it the easiest. I mean, like, it wasn't that bad. It was
Dude,
just
it was
like,
some of the best times in life. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
It
was
like,
honestly,
you didn't know any different. You just were living the dream every day.
Yeah, but that definitely, like, some of the situations I was in as a kid definitely, like, forced me to, like, be motivated and, like, know how to take care of everything. It also, like, made me recognize, like, that I have to maintain, like, good life and steps right now so that I don't have to do it, or my family doesn't have to deal with that stuff later. But yeah, my parents were pretty good. I mean, they joke around that I kind of raised myself, which is kind of somewhat true because,
bro, they had 5 other kids to take care of.
Yeah.
They're like, he's 6. He's good, man. He knows what a rattlesnake looks like. He'll be fine, bro.
He's chilling, yeah. So that is kind of a joke that runs in the family, but they did offer me a lot of tools that I've kind of carried throughout my life. So yeah.
Yeah, speaking about your parents, they're going to be down here soon, right?
Just my dad, and then then they're gonna both be in Vegas when we are.
Oh, nice.
So
why is your dad come down?
He's bringing down my other car.
Other car.
Well, I wonder what. Yeah, my car got stolen. Over Christmas.
Do you guys remember that? I don't know if you guys actually watch this podcast, but the shirtless man that made an appearance.
Yeah. That man was looking over my car, and then
not well enough apparently.
Apparently didn't keep a short enough leash on it because it ran away. It went to the farm upstate.
It grew some legs and walked off.
Yeah, it's probably in a chop shop and in pieces in Mexico and just
yeah.
Have you guys seen The Other Guys?
Yeah.
You know the scene I'm talking about? Yeah, that's clicking. That's what happened to my car. That's where it is right now. I've actually bothered the cops so much that he asked me to, like, stop contacting him as much. I'm like, hey man, any word you found that car? You hiding it somewhere from me?
You naughty, don't tease me like that.
Yeah, so but talk about something that sucks, man. Having your car stolen.
So it was stolen, right? And you weren't even in the state.
Yeah, I was back home, and I was just kind of enjoying Christmas, being with my family that I don't get to see that often.
But what happened on his end? Like,
so he had borrowed it to take somebody to the airport, and then he had it parked on his street, which I had, like, parked on.
I parked over there multiple times.
He's
using one of my cars. It's parked right there.
His car is also parked right there, and it was just parked there. And then it wasn't.
Like, he went to sleep, and the next morning
and the next morning it was gone. And then I got a call, and he said, "Hey man, don't freak out. I don't know where your car is. And at first I thought he had like taken it and he like parked it at like a club or something like that. Like he went out, got too drunk, and then I was like, well, awesome, he didn't drive it home. He was like, oh, and then looked for it to see if it had gone towed or anything like that. And it's just gone, man. Just disappeared.
So what did you do? They're like, so you came back here, right? Isn't there some like weird stuff with like filing reporting on all that?
So you can't report something stolen unless you are in person, because you have to sign an affidavit saying that you're not like misleading or filing a false report or anything like that, which is crazy, which is insane, because number one, this city is so under-policed right now. By the way, you can get away with almost anything right now. You can speed. You can park anywhere you want and not get a ticket. You can do anything because they're so under-policed. Anyways, and so it got stolen on the 22nd, and then I wasn't able to report it until 5 days later.
5? Dude, that thing is long gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what's the point of even like reporting it at that point? Like, the thing is already over the border within like 12 hours, man.
You know, the cop, he was actually like super interesting. Like, he gave an interesting statistic. He said 80% of stolen cars get returned.
Ken's like, sweet, mine is part of that 20.
Yeah.
Like,
20 is gone, man.
I just added, it's 21 now.
Yeah. Apparently people around here, they just steal them, drive them until they run out of gas, and then just leave them parked somewhere, like in a parking lot.
At least fill the tank up if you're gonna use it. Like, come on, man.
I know, that's messed up. They probably don't even check the oil. You know, I could be running that thing and it just.
If you're gonna steal it, you might as well make sure
it's a quality. Hey, if you're watching this, Mr. Car Thief, it's a 2014 silver Ford Edge. Great car. It's got a picture. There's a whole like stack of all the graduation cards from my high school friends. That's the one. Yeah, you can.
It moved. It was. It
moved. It was a nice car.
The amount of memories bumping in there. Like, it was good.
Great car. It's a great car. It's got low miles. Just take care of her. You know, she's nice. Her name's Gwen.
Oh, Gwen is out there just getting beat up, getting chopped up at a chop shop.
Gwen is getting violated.
Defiled down in Mexico, man. Poor girl.
Yeah, she's gotten hurt.
What if that's our new thing? Is we just go snag cars, drive them until the gas runs out.
Mobile podcast
in the cars. But then,
car podcast.
When we park the car, we take the oil plug out.
That's so rude.
The oil plug bandits. They strike again. Yeah. We took your car, but we also took your windshield wipers. Just because fuck you, man.
Hit him where it hurts, man.
Got him.
The inconvenience isn't stealing the car. It's taking them some windshield wipers, man. It's going to cost you a whole $40.
Just take every single cap off.
Yeah.
Don't take the tires. Just take the hubcaps off. Let them roll around on steels.
Just open up the brake lines and then just leave them open.
Good luck stopping.
Just a little disclaimer. How many guests have we had at this point? Like 10 maybe?
Yeah.
2 out of the 10 have gotten their car stolen. It is a trend.
we are the car thieves. That's what we do.
Yeah,
in order for content, we go and steal. I've been hiding in the parking garage, if you didn't know.
Oh yeah, I also asked the campus police if they could look around on campus to see if it was here, and they just said no. Like that's to show you how much they care.
No, his heart out to some security guard. He's like, "Yeah, man, nah, I ain't gonna happen."
I was legitimately so like flabbergasted. I was like, I was not expecting that answer. I was really expecting a yes right there.
He's being so polite and everything. He's like, "Yeah, no."
Wait, you can say no to that?
Hey man, I'm being shot right now. Can you come get me?
I think you'll be okay.
How bad is it?
We got apartment busts to do. All right, we don't got time to be looking for cars.
Hey man, I want to make sure that like kids aren't enjoying their college experience. You know?
Yeah. Okay, so wait, what's the car coming down's name?
It's I actually haven't named her. I'm thinking Lexi. She's 2004 Chrysler Crossfire.
Oh, you're whipping a Crossfire down?
Nice. Yeah.
Nice.
I drove that around in high school. And then
in Montana,
during like the months that there wasn't snow on the
that's
ground.
what I'm saying. Like this is the area.
That's why I had
drive
2
it.
cars.
Yeah.
But yeah, that thing was nice. And then prom night of my junior year of high school, I was like passing somebody, and I was like, all right, let's see how fast you can go. And I opened her up. It's going like probably 140 miles an hour, just screaming. And then in the oncoming lane, there was a car like coming pretty quick, and so I was like, all right, let's get going. And so I got back into the like other lane. Turns out the guy in the oncoming lane was a cop, and they have radar. They can like detect how fast you're going while they're going too.
Can they? I don't.
That's a really simple equation.
It's a simple equation, but I don't
Subtract
think
how
anyone's
fast.
on it that quick though.
I don't know. I was going
doesn't-
quick.
They could just have it on though. They don't have to like be.
That's fair.
Anyway, so I saw in my like rearview mirror, it was like I saw him like turn on his lights and turn around and like come, and he pulled me over. And so I was like sitting there. I was like, wow, I was going. He was like, you know why I pulled you over? And I was like, no.
I've got the sharpest tool in the shed, so I'm just gonna leave it to you.
Well, they're trying to get you to admit
Yeah,
to a
absolutely.
crime. You know.
Like, how fast were you going? Speed limit, I think.
Yeah. And so I said, I don't know. He's like, well, you're going pretty quick back there. You know how fast you're going? And I said, no, I was just trying to pass. And he's like, you were going 138 miles an hour. And I was like, wow, this is a fast car, man. That's why I bought it.
He's in a suit too at this point. On his way to prom, his prom date's just sitting there like, he's stupid. Why did I pick this guy?
And you know what's really funny is I didn't even get a ticket.
What?
Yeah,
That's why I don't think he could actually clock him. I don't think you can.
Yeah.
Because if he could, 138 miles an hour is a fat
Okay.
ticket. That's how he's paying for his career right there.
Also, this is like a small town. I knew this guy. Like, I'd like been friends with his daughter. Like, we've been like, I knew him. Like, he was just like kind of like a neighborhood guy. And so he was just like, Kenton, why are you going this quick, man? Like, I'm running late. I want to go quick.
I got a date. Like I don't know what to tell you.
You're making me late right now, Bob. This is messed up.
Why are you going 65 in a school zone? Because we in the hood. That's why.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You might want to get a piece. You got one? Oh, hold on. Stay right here. I'll get you one for
You
you.
need a pistol? Here you go. Here you go.
Wait. So you got how? Did he just let you go and then?
So what happened was I had to it basically like gave me a warning, and then I like went and talked to him, and I was like, hey man, I really would like prefer if I could get this like struck from my record, because you never know who's gonna look at it and be like, why was this kid going 135 miles an hour? I don't really want to hire him. It's just like
there's already holes in his story. He started at 140, 138, now he's down to 135. He would have been slapped with that ticket, 100%.
man, I am not a lawyer. I just changed numbers. So I was going like 15 miles an hour, and anyways, and so I was like, yeah, I was wondering if I could get this struck for my record, and all I had to do was complete like this online driving safety thing, and then they just got rid of it, and I didn't have to pay anything, and I was like, this is a really good deal.
I think I like this deal.
I'll take it. You convinced me.
The ticket sounded nice and all, but I think I'm gonna go with this route. You know.
All right, I got the next question for you. Ryan, he's a little bit of an instigator, right? You would say so?
I'd say so. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a little bit of a weasel sometimes.
I'm not a weasel. I'm an instigator. I'm an instigator.
He likes to see what'll happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
You
we-
get a question going on in your head, you're like, let's see what happens.
What happens when you poke the bull? I'm just curious. Like, is he gonna actually be mad? We'll find
So
out.
what's up with this
Maybe
red
not.
flag right here?
yeah. Why is it so far in the ground? Like, pull it out. Well, my question for you is like, how does Ryan treat you as you interact with him?
Are you talking about like with our position in athletics?
Well, okay, you hang around him mostly in that context, right?
Yeah.
So
I'd
like
say
whenever we went to the lake, like totally delete that from the record. That
Okay.
one doesn't count.
That one doesn't count.
All right.
You're not 21.
You're not 21
At the time.
Hey man.
I'm 21 now, Mr. Cop who's watching this.
Dead silence and just.
Ryan's a very straightforward dude. I actually really appreciate that about him, because I don't really have time to waste with like nonsense, you know? It's just like I feel like a lot of people talk without actually saying anything, and when Ryan talks, he means to say it. It's not a repetition, it's not to butter you up, it's to say what he has on his mind, which is appreciated. I can see how some people could find that, you know, abrasive.
I'll give you the $20 for that little spiel later, but
yeah, anyway. But yeah, he's very straightforward. There is a path. You can either do well or you can not do well, and it doesn't really matter how you approach that as long as you do your job correctly, you know? Like a job done poorly is not a job done, which I believe is something that like
the quality of the
I've learned
results.
from Ryan.
The quality of the results matters.
It does. It really does. And
yeah, that's when I hate when people can't become successful, especially like with our like within athletics.
Yeah.
It's like you can have as much drive and passion as you want for something, but if you can't do it, you can't do it.
Yep. That's facts. That's why I rode the bench for 4 years.
I just love those workouts, man.
Yeah. I'm here to just put myself through pain.
I just really just like getting hit.
I love not being able to read for 6 months.
Yeah. You let my bell rung.
Dude, concussions are no joke.
How many
We talked
you
about
had?
this. I've had like 4 or 5.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
You got your bell rung a bunch.
Yeah, I played football all 4 years of high school. And I was like a linebacker and then a lineman because I just started putting on weight. I got really fat at the end of high school for no reason at all. And
Hey, look, you got to be too something to do something. Let's be real here.
Word.
Yeah, that's the mentality.
And so I just started like just hitting my head against these dudes from different towns, and I learned like if you hit them hard enough, then they stop hitting you hard, and so it's just like you can beat them. Yeah, it's just those first couple times you just really got to kind of like
really use your head.
Yeah, really think about it. But it sucked because I was taking like AP classes. You guys have those in your high school?
Yeah.
I was taking those, and I remember sitting through AP Lit and Comp. I was like looking up at my like professor, and I was like, "Wow, I have no idea what she's talking about right now." She could be speaking a completely different language, and I would be retaining just as much.
Wait, so how long has it been since you had your last one? Because that was a senior year, right?
Yeah, that was my senior year. So I think, yeah, senior year is probably the last time I had one.
So now are you sophomore now, right?
Yeah.
So do you kind of notice yourself bouncing back at this point?
100%.
Yeah.
My focus
man.
is so much like I can think about things for hours now.
Freshman and sophomore year, I could not.
You have no idea what's going
my
on.
brain was fried both of those years.
Yep, that sounds about right.
100%.
You just-
Of
you just-
college. I'm saying freshman and sophomore year of college, man. That was bad.
Freshman year of college was actually kind of like rough because my classes were easy, and so I didn't feel like I needed to put any work into them, and so I was like, I'm not learning anything, man.
Yeah. It's like review of high school 2.0. Like,
Yeah. Math 144, I had to take that class.
Yeah,
That is a joke.
terrible, dude. I tutored that class for like 2
people
years.
fail that though. That's
Yeah.
the crazy thing.
Dude, like
Why
half my
are you
students-
in college if you're failing Math 144? Whose money are you wasting?
Most people that take that don't have any other math classes, so it's like you just have to.
Yeah.
That class is like dealing with percentages and like what?
That's the only B my girlfriend got in college.
Oh my gosh! I know you're watching this right now. You should be ashamed of that.
Wow.
That means that you probably should have earned a little bit more B's, if I'm being honest. It wasn't very hard, apparently.
Tried way too hard.
I'm gonna get toxic for that one.
Hey, man.
So you got a bunch of concussions, right? So what do you think the dumbest way you've ever been injured is?
Wow, we asking questions we already know the answers to.
Well, it's for the I mean, some of the questions.
Oh,
yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
So one time, trying to learn how to dunk, right, using a trampoline and a mat.
I was about to say, there's no way you hit the rim on your own. Right.
What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about, bro?
Like
Look at me. I'm scrappy. I can jump.
It looks like nipples over the backboard. What are you talking about?
Bro, look at me. Like this is the body that is bred for basketball right here. Like, look at me. I'm like slim. I look like I can jump. I've got height on everybody. I'm 6'4". I'm not going to stand up to prove it.
The camera's deceiving. It's all about the lens.
It's really about perspective. I'm a giant man. This is a 2-liter bottle right here. Anyway, so we're dunking, and then kind of call it done. We're kind of shooting around basketball afterwards.
No, call it a no. It was called done. It was like, all right, we're all getting tired.
Excuse me. Were you there?
No.
Oh, all right. Then I'll tell the story. Thank you very much.
All right.
You've heard it from a slanted perspective.
Yeah, how does it feel, Ryan, to just have it like...
Imagine
on
showing
your
up a
ass.
day later.
Best day of my
Idiot.
life.
Anyway, yeah, and so I'm just shooting around basketball, and I was like looking at it, and I was like, I could probably get like a couple more in me. So I like run, jump, and automatically it's just wrong. I'm way up in the air, I'm flailing about, going all over the place, and then I just miss the mat completely.
Dude, those mats are like over 20 feet long.
It was only one of them at this time. We only used one.
Okay, 10 feet long.
Anyway, a dumb way of getting injured. I thought this was the preface. Dumb. I was being stupid. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Anyway, and I just missed the mat. And then I rolled my left leg and I just completely shattered my talus. Like, it was in 6 different pieces. And then didn't go get it checked out because I'm a man, you know? It's just, I don't...
You don't need help.
Power through.
I don't need anybody.
Yeah, I am a medical professional. So I looked at it and said, it's swollen, you know, and it's like my thigh and my ankle were the same size.
Like,
It was like, it was out here. And so I was like, you know, I need to
Ice it a little
hydrate, probably get a little bit of ice, drink some water, walk it off, you know, like just rub some dirt on it, you'll be all right. And then it just stayed like that.
No, it didn't just stay. When I saw this, man, it went from like a swollen ankle to, you know, when people really mess themselves up and it looks like a sausage. You know how it's
God,
like
yeah,
green
it's like-
and
there's
yellow
like
and purple.
lines.
It looks like a bratwurst. Homie's ankle was a legit bratwurst in a 90-degree angle.
It totally looked like
It was
that's
like-
perfect.
It was so tight, like the skin, you would flick it, and it's like about to burst.
Oh, I don't even like thinking about it.
It's like a full saline bag, just
It
like you're just
was-
trying to push on it, and it's not moving.
It was so... You know Sydney?
Yeah.
Have you seen the picture?
Oh yeah, I was there when it happened. Yeah, yeah, that was bad. But yeah,
Oh, that was
homeboy's ankle turned into a bratwurst. It was
Yeah,
so
it had
bad.
like green...
a
and
cheddar
blue
brat. There was some
and
cheddar
black.
up in there, man.
Dude, there was weird colors going on. But yeah,
Looking like Van Gogh out here with the color coming out of your ankle. It was bad.
just didn't really walk around for a good little bit, which is a really active part of my life. Funny enough, was I was moving around a lot, which is really unfortunate.
That like a week before you got it checked out. Yeah, it took you like a week to get it checked out. It was bad.
Yeah.
Like it was so funny watching this man. Like he would like
I'm good.
he would try to move and you just hear like a scream from the back room. Just like ah! Just, ah! And you're like, Ken, you good? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm coming.
Yeah, I'll walk it off and be all right. Yeah. Gosh, that sucked. I never want to get on crutches or hurt myself like that again. That was the first time I'd broken a bone.
Yeah,
That sounds pretty
that was
bad.
bad.
It wasn't fun.
I think my wrist might be a little broke right now,
What'd you do?
but this just fell a few times.
Yeah, he was snowboarding and he wrecked pretty hard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Have you
Yeah.
snowboarded before?
yeah. That wasn't the first time, but
He just sent it a little too hard.
I sent it a little too hard, bud.
Oh man. Snowboarding
Yeah.
is so much fun.
It's a lot of fun. You
Yeah,
snowboard
we should
too?
all go. We should all
Yeah,
go.
we should.
We need to go to like Mammoth
Fun.
though.
Yeah, I would be so. I've
Yeah.
wanted to board Mammoth for so
Yeah.
long.
I haven't gone snowboarding or skiing since
Yeah,
I've been down in Arizona.
Yeah, I haven't either.
It's not-
when I went back home.
I don't think it's worth it here.
Nah, dude.
There's no way the powder's that.
I went to Tahoe when I was in high school, and it was not good.
It's like inconsistent.
It's and they had to
Wait, which one did you
make
go to?
snow. I have no idea.
Yeah, because you can go. There's a lot of them up there.
Yeah.
So I go like way up the hill. Like I'm snowboarding at like 11,000.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, up there. Yeah. You're going off like cliffs.
Dude, cliffs are so much fun. You just
bomb.
We used to have like a club in high school, and we like had a bus, and so we'd all just go like every weekend, and sometimes like just go on Fridays like after school and go night skiing, and we would just do the stupidest stuff. I'm so surprised we're like alive and uninjured from that. My buddy, he lost his ski and like it went up in the air and then hit him in the back of the head. Like that's dumb. Like he would have died if he wasn't wearing a helmet.
Probably.
And a horrible death. You know, that's a horrible way to die.
A ski through the head.
A ski through your forehead. Man,
just pinned down to the white.
Yeah. Ryan he got stuck one time. You should tell that story.
Yeah, so I was bored one time, and you know how like the trees, because they're still alive in the wintertime, they create like the holes, right?
Tree wells, right?
Yeah, like a tree well, exactly. So I was bored, and like we took a turn that we didn't want to take, so I like slowed down, obviously, and the snow. I was like next to a big spruce tree, and I got too close, and it fell in. And I fell in backwards, and I was caught upside down by my board like this. Like, legitimately, I was stuck. Like, I tried so hard to get out of that thing, and I was sweating, and I was stuck there for almost 3 hours.
3 hours?
3 hours.
Oh, my gosh. I was expecting, like, 30 minutes.
No. I tried hard for 30 minutes, and I couldn't, like, get the board off my ankles. Like, I legit sat there and was like, huh. This is how people die like this. Like, I was seriously like I finally understood how someone could die in a tree well. Like, I was sweating. I was like trying to pull my jacket off. I was legit drenched in sweat from like trying to do a vertical sit up for 30 minutes on end. It was so bad.
It's just like those situations where you're like hanging out and you're like, well, I could probably just die right now.
Dude, I would. And so obviously I was just like, after I thought that, and I kind of laughed, I was like, just keep my wits about me. I was just like, okay, like, I'm not going to die, obviously. I was like,
figure it out.
My boy's looking for me. It took them 2.5 hours to find me, man. It was after I got out that they found me, too.
Just sitting by the tree, like...
Dude, I was breathing so hard. I was drenched going down my face, getting in my eyes, and finally, like, I was like calling people and stuff too. I was like trying to get a hold of anybody because I could reach my pocket, right? But I was just strung out. Like, when I would like just hang there and try to like take a break, it was like hands fully extended out, like totally. Every 6 foot 1 inch of me was just like laid upside down. I was legit suspended in the air by the branches that were like hooked onto my board. It was so bad. And finally I got out and I was like, guys, where were you? Like, have you guys not been looking for me? Like, yeah, we've been looking for you. Like, we just kept like running the hill a bunch of times.
We thought you were at the bar, man. We went and got
drinks. They went down, not the bar, the bottom, I meant. They went all the way down to the bottom and like kept like running, basically doing what you would do on a normal day of snowboarding. They just kept riding like the lifts up and down looking for me. I was like, dude, I could have died. Like, you guys are out here just like cruising around like kind of looking for me. Like, oh man, I finally got like one binding off, and then finally I could get my other one off and crawled out of that hole like through my. It was like I think someone was passing by and they just see a snowboard shoot out from like this like this tree well and like almost nail somebody. Finally I crawl out of there, and I remember this guy was like, "You good, dude?" I was like, "Man, I've just been stuck upside down for 3 hours, man." Like you good? You need me to call someone? I was like, nah, I'm just gonna sit here in the snow. Like, I like took off like all my snow gear, just sat there and just tried to cool off in the snow. I was so upset.
Are you good? No, but like, I'm fine.
Yeah. Oh man, that was like so stupid, man. Yeah. About stupid things. What's your horoscope? What's your horoscope?
I can't believe you just asked me that question. I would never. Ryan just asked me what my horoscope was. I'm a Virgo.
You gotta scrub that. You just said my last name.
Hey, that's fine.
Ryan
You're a Virgo?
asked me. I was born on 9/11.
Nice.
01.
Dude, you're
It's
the
like,
bomb.
Like right as it happened.
Oh yeah.
Like I was born, about 45 minutes happened, and then the tower just. Talk about a bad omen from like the beginning. Like you can't really come back from that.
No, you can't. No.
That's why you grew up so good, bro. You were just like given the shortest hand in the world. It's like you gonna grow up quick, real quick.
So, did you ever have a birthday party?
I actually like tried to have like birthdays and stuff like that, but I don't know. Just a lot of people, like especially like when I was younger, like the first 7-8 years.
There's just something overshadowing your birthday every day.
Yeah, for some reason, people were really upset, man. They were just like, "Wow."
Like, I would have a birthday and people just kept talking about how they missed their dad. I never understood it, man.
When I was a kid, and I was like, "Can you stop talking about your dad? God,
It's
nobody
my
wants to hear
birthday
it.
today.
My birthday.
It's my special day."
Oh my goodness!
You should have had like an airstrip cake, you know?
It's where it was supposed to land.
Oh my goodness! Oh man, you seem like you have a really good time in college. Do you?
Yeah, I'm a firm believer in if you want to like enjoy yourself, you will.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. I can see how people can get caught up on certain things and kind of not enjoy them as much, and like the college experience isn't for everybody. Honestly, I have a great time. There's a lot of beautiful women here. I've got great friends.
A little closer.
Great friends.
They do
And so-
anything for me.
Anything.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I really enjoy it. Like I enjoy where I'm at. Obviously, I have aspirations that like don't involve staying where I am forever, which is unfortunate. But that doesn't mean I can't enjoy it in the now.
Absolutely.
You know?
Well, what do you think your favorite part of your college experience has been?
I can wake up every single day and be like, what do I want to do, and then go do it. Which was somewhat true in high school because I turned 18 at the beginning of my senior year, and my parents were like, "You're an adult. Figure out what you want to do."
Yeah.
You know, like I just let us know. We're worried, and so
like the lack of like responsibility of like you said, like work and stuff like that, and just like the pure amount of freedom that you're able to have.
Well, even that, like I chose what I do, and I did it on purpose because I enjoy doing it, and I don't really like. There are certain parts of like that I don't like, but I still would like. Like I would prefer to go through them just because I want to get the experience of going through them, and I think that's an important thing to like focus on. Is sometimes things suck, but you need to do them anyway.
Gotcha.
You
So
know?
it almost sounds like you just like the biggest part of college you enjoy is like the growth of it.
Yeah.
All right, like being able to make the decisions for yourself and not like essentially be a child and having those decisions made for you.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys think you're similar to how you started in college as far as character development and growth?
No.
Whoa, wait. I don't think you heard what he was
As far as
asking.
character development?
No. I think I'm a totally different person from when I started to where I'm at now. 100% I am. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm nowhere near the same person.
Yeah.
I'm not even close.
Like freshmen moving into campus compared to now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even close to the same person. Yeah.
Yeah. Which I'm thankful for. Like, the amount of growth you experience, like, being on your own is well needed.
Yeah.
Just learn you actually learn a lot of lessons.
Yeah.
Like, you can have something told to you 1,000 times, but until you've actually, like, been there and done it, it's a completely, like, different thing.
Yeah, you don't understand it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think, like, in your 20s, you kind of, that's, like, when learning gets accelerated, right? Once you're, like, out.
Because not only do you, like, know what you want to learn, but you also, like, know how to learn it at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, you know how to, like, evaluate your mistakes and actually, like, shift from them. Yeah. For sure, man. Yeah. I'm not even close to the same person. You still got 2 more years of this. So.
Right.
Wait, is nursing a 4-year degree or is it 3?
It really depends on what you want to do. You can get your BSN in about 3.5 years. But then if you want to specialize, which is where the real money's at, then you have like another 2 years, depending on what exactly you want to do.
So they're like 6, roughly. Yeah.
And if you want to do like anesthesiology or something like that.
Dude.
Money maker. That's like
So
$350K,
much money. And starting out, you make so much money. They automatically just like, well, here you go.
I understand you have someone's life in your hands, but they literally like just go, okay, you're not ginger, so it's a normal dose.
And then, it's just literally math.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a formula. You
A
put
calculator does your job. Like, that's really your... Yeah.
It's really hard to mess up. Like, if you actually do it, like, the smart way.
That's my plan B.
Anesthesiology?
Yeah, or radiology.
Yeah. I did an
too.
internship in when I was in high school with our local hospital. So I got to go into the hospital and like see the different departments that everybody worked in, and I was just asking around everybody, and like I asked them, if you could go through it all over again, what would you choose? And like 70% of them said anesthesiology, because they can go in, do their job, and then go home and then make more money than anybody else in the hospital.
Yeah.
The least amount of responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
But one thing, though, I think that AI is going to take over anesthesiology. I think it will.
suck.
Imagine getting a degree and it just
Maybe.
becoming automatically irrelevant.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like political things that like I don't know if that's like gonna be looked at very well.
I think like 25 years it'll be that way, but
Maybe
Would you trust a robot to just do that?
to do
Just do surgery on you. Well,
The
okay,
surgery's
starting off,
different.
yeah, with just a dose.
So the dose I would be okay with because like that's already a calculation.
yeah. And also to add on top of that too, it's like the amount of technology we already trust today, if you actually understand it, like we're already trusting that, if not more, like on a real
Well,
level.
it's
we
not
are.
that's not for like. Yeah, it
I
comes
think
down to
in
like
the grand scheme
understanding
of
it.
things.
It comes down like I would have to understand it before.
Yeah,
I'd be
yeah.
like,
I would definitely like look into like how it was developed and like all this stuff before I was like, yeah, let's do it. If it was new.
or even just like if you're talking about like a robot doing surgery, I would look into like how it's like identifying different regions and how it knows like where like what it's doing.
Right.
And then then I'd probably be comfortable with it.
Right.
Yeah, and like what safety measures it has. If it
A safety factor?
no, just like safety
Got a
measures.
safety factor on that?
Yeah, safety factor. Yeah, like if it identifies something wrong, like what it can do to prevent that, you know.
Right.
But also too, like you every day for a surgery, you're trusting someone who's fallible.
Right.
Yeah, honestly,
Like
I would
you are.
probably trust like a well-designed piece of technology way more than a person.
100%.
Really?
100%.
Especially even a doctor.
Okay,
Yeah.
think about it like this: like that's one person that is fallible. So, like once technology gets to that point, and there is robot operations, there are some nowadays, but once it is to that degree, the amount of people, so not singular, but the amount of people that are going through that design process and the amount of stuff they have to do as far as the FDA is concerned to get that thing certified is ridiculous.
That's
a doctor, the only certification he has is he went through med school and he's done other operations.
Yeah, I mean,
Like he's trained. He's obviously, I'm not discrediting doctors by any means, but what I'm saying is for a robot like that to get certified is way more than one person.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, doctors do. There will always be value in like a human's ability to adapt and to like look at a situation and figure out a different avenue. Technology, you can't really do that as well. But that's why there's always going to be human oversight on that stuff. So, I mean, there is definitely value in experience also. Like if you're having a surgeon that's done this surgery like 20 times,
Right.
you're probably chilling. But
Probably,
you know,
probably pretty good at knocking those out.
yeah. So, and but I think like generally speaking, technology makes less mistakes than humans do. If you look at it like
That's
side
true.
by side.
Yeah. On
So-
like a statistics standpoint of view, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to see like just talking about AI in general. How many like automatic car accidents happen compared to human? Because it would be, I'm sure, like especially now, numbers would be super like leaning way too like on the human side. Like humans are way
Yeah, absolutely.
more
Because
accidents.
it's like as of right now, there hasn't been much.
That's
There's not
true.
a lot of data on it.
Mhm.
Yeah, you have to look
They're
at
relatively new.
by like per capita, like
Right.
automated vehicles per capita to human operated.
Yeah, and you also got to consider too, like people that are under the influence and like all kinds of numbers.
They're also
Those just get factored in because that's just human behavior.
Yeah,
That's, there are a lot of people out there who just shouldn't drive.
Yeah.
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 You ever been in a car with one of those people and you're just like,
okay, hear me out here. All right, listen. My girlfriend's roommate, all right? She's at the point in her license, like how many points in accidents she's had. If she has one more, she gets her license suspended. That's how many accidents she's been in.
Dun, dun.
so many.
Dude, and the worst part is she doesn't change the way she drives. She
Why?
she tailgates people all the time. All the time. And you know how much
person.
she keeps up on her maintenance too on her vehicle? That much,
Oh my
bro.
gosh.
0.
Like, what do you mean? Like, you have to do that.
Dude,
She
she
doesn't
got
do
bad
anything?
brakes and she rides people.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a bad formula.
That's terrible.
It's just there's a cause and effect. You drive too close to people, eventually you're going to hit them.
Yep.
Facts.
Eventually.
Which do take away the cause, effect goes away.
Yeah. Yeah. We've talked about like growth, like technology wise, but also personal wise. What avenue can you look back at like hindsight and see where you've grown the most as a person throughout college? You know what I'm saying? Like different people through, like one of the best things someone has told me was that, especially in a relationship, different people grow at different speeds and in different areas.
Right.
Right. And you can't expect someone to keep up with your growth in one area just as much as they shouldn't put that expectation on you.
Right.
So where do you see in your life where you've excelled?
I definitely, this is like a little bit deeper. I treat women a lot better than I used to.
Amen to that, man.
Right?
Let's go.
Yeah. Like,
dude, I was a dirtbag.
100%. I treated women so terribly, and it wasn't even intentional. Like, I didn't intentionally.
I don't know. Mine was kind of intentional sometimes. Let's be real.
Okay, maybe it was a little bit intentional. But like just with friendships and relationships and everything like that, I used to treat women like with not that much like respect. I would just be like, all right, well, you exist as this and therefore you serve this purpose.
Yeah. And it's like, I got what I got. Cool. All right. Peace. Bye.
You aren't special
I'm a
anymore.
phantom.
Goodbye. Poof.
That's so bad. I'm glad what you guys have learned, though.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
it's
glad.
a horrible way of like perceiving people, and I'm really glad that I changed, actually. And the way I did that, I just like became actual genuine friends with a couple of like just really great people, you know, and just having like conversations and honest conversations.
Yeah. And also too, it's just kind of like growing up to be a man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You
Like
know.
I look up myself like when I was like that, and like I don't respect myself as a man at all.
Oh,
Like, looking
no.
back on it, you know, you're just like, you're a child. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Do you think like a lot of the result of that growth is realizing that you kind of have to get rid of the motive and then approach relationships more genuinely?
Yeah.
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 Kind of get rid of the motive.
You have to, and you just have to understand your motive with each person, and make sure that motive isn't based off of like something shallow, something superficial.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing too is like realizing that essentially that you're not filling a void of something that you're missing through those superficial things,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like oftentimes, at least when I look back on it, I was filling a void that was just can't be filled by such things, and I obviously caused a lot of damage because of it. But
That's kind of like the trial and error lesson there.
Yeah. But like, I kind of how I said, like hindsight's 20/20. But like, if you try to fill a bucket that's full of holes with water, it's just gonna spew out. But if you fill it with rocks, it'll actually become full.
Right.
You know, so it's essentially just trying to understanding like what is lacking in your life and going about it the right way. You know.
Yeah. I mean, like when you're younger, you can't identify what you actually need. It's kind of impossible. And people will tell you like, okay, these things will damage you, but people are also really bad at communicating like why that is and like how you actually
the why
avoid
is
that.
so huge.
It's
like-
it's the whole thing.
That's one of the, like when you said earlier, like the hard work, but also knowing the why, that gives a whole new meaning to like hard work.
Oh yeah.
Like people, when they know the why, they actually, they get a comprehension of it, but they actually put a value on it, like
Yeah.
internally. You
It's
know?
like that's like a parenting fault is like when you're just like, oh, because I said so, and then
Yeah, I
you won't
won't
explain
ever
it.
said that. Yeah, say
But-
that.
like it's hard to like communicate freely with that stuff, but like the why is valuable. The why does
Absolutely.
matter.
I think
it always does.
I think for me, it'll be if I'm ever in that parenting situation, I'll say I can't explain it to you right now, but I will. Like, please follow what I say. Well, you will, but
You will follow what I say.
Yeah.
Like, it's not really up to you. You're a
no,
child.
but like if I can't explain it to you like right now, just because of where you're at in life, as far as like age and like maturity and stuff, like I will tell you eventually. It's just you just gotta trust me on this one, and if anything, that's gonna build trust. But because like telling just because I said so, that's the most. That doesn't get you anywhere.
It's such a cop out.
It's such a cop out.
That's you're not. When you think about like what you're actually doing when you're raising a kid, is you're instilling in them your core beliefs and values. You know, this is what's important. This is what isn't important. You know, and when you say, "Because I told you so," that's like completely undermining everything to do with like understanding your genuine reasons for your beliefs. You know?
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta say yeah too. You'll be left out.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good now.
Yeah.
No,
How many kids do you want?
I don't know. I don't even know if I actually want kids.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like at this current place in time in this country, just kind of like, man, I don't know, man.
Dude, that's why I fear for having a daughter so bad. I knew how we were.
Yeah, man.
I know how bad I was.
Oh my gosh. If I would never allow my daughter to hang out with a guy like me.
Absolutely not. No.
Oh no. Absolutely. I wouldn't want my son to hang out with a guy like me. You guys are disappointing your parents right now, by the way.
Way ahead of that game.
I've been acing that.
That bridge has been crossed.
And burned down.
Oh, yeah. No, but yeah, dude, like, I fear for the day that I start having kids because it's like, okay, I'm so ready. Like, having a little mini me, this is about to be so dope.
That's so cool.
I'm pretty stoked for it, not gonna lie. But a daughter, bro, I don't know anything about girls.
I don't know girls.
Like, and I know how bad I was. Like,
yeah,
dude, she gonna be able to fight. She gonna be able to shoot a gun. Like, she gonna be able to do a lot of stuff because she gonna need it.
Right, bro. Yeah, I just honestly, if I could find like a really cool woman to like have kids with, that'd be awesome. Because then she could deal with like I don't know how to I don't know how to talk to girls. Hey, you deal with this. I'm gonna go take the boy. I don't know. I still want to like be part of my daughter's life. Obviously, I already have a daughter. Apparently, in this hypothetical situation.
Yeah.
Hypothetical.
Jessica, it's not my kid. Anyway,
she's not my lover.
She's not my. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. It's just that's such a hard thing because my entire life I've been a dude, pretty well versed on what dudes think and do.
Yep.
Just little grubby animal men.
Yeah. I mean, that just like points to how valuable it is to find a good woman.
Right.
You know, like that really points to it.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's
still,
true. Yeah.
But still,
It's so scary. Also, just the idea of just having a kid and then it coming out weird and just what if I don't vibe? Like, what if I'm not friends with my kid? You know?
That's true. I don't. That's like not.
that hurts.
That's not like that. Like, if you do the right things, it's not that possible. Like,
That's
literally
true.
genetically,
Mm-hmm.
if you're like really good friends with your wife,
Right.
it's like literally not possible if
Yeah.
you do the right things.
Yeah.
But they could also be rebellious little dirtbags. And
I'm not looking forward. I hate
like, yeah.
But the thing with that though, I feel like rebellious. They'll come to a point in life
They come
where
back.
they look back and they're
You
like,
come back and you're
yeah.
like, all right.
And then like it's a really good friendship.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You're like, I can think back to my faith when I was like not, the amazing great person that I am now.
Facts.
And like I can understand why my parents would be frustrated with me and why they would react the way they would. That being said, I'm really not looking forward to that point in my kid's life if I get to have a kid.
But I mean, I think we all three of us understand that like that's kind of necessary.
Mhm.
It is,
like,
it's sad to say, but like I wouldn't have traded like all that emotional damage that I did cause to people because of the lessons I've learned out of it.
Well, I don't know
man,
if
that's
that-
nice. That's a good way to put it.
I don't know if that's like that part's necessary, but I mean like the rebellion.
I
part-
need. What I'm saying is, I needed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever the rebellion looks like, that's necessary because people have to like live their own life to like learn sometimes.
Mhm.
And honestly, that creates more interesting people, anyways.
It's true.
Like,
Right. Yeah.
I can't stand people that haven't done anything and like
Haven't lived
are
life.
just like living by the books.
Yeah.
You know?
If you're just getting by, you're not getting by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, too, like people that haven't lived life tend to be judgmental. You know, because
Yeah, that's true,
they don't have an
'Cause they don't
education or an
understand.
understanding of like what you're doing or what you've been through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which,
that's-
so, wait, do you guys think that all that like quote unquote pain and suffering needs to happen? Like, do you think it's a necessity?
For like that, like you cause other people. Is that what you're saying?
Just in general? Like, do you think?
Or pain and suffering is required?
Yeah.
I don't think it is. I think that as humans we fucked it up, and now it is.
So it is. So
Now it is. Yeah.
You took that goddamn apple. Now we're out here trying to learn lessons.
I don't think it was always that way.
That's why Ken mistreated women, because of Eve.
yeah.
It stems. It's all back to that.
It's all back to
Oh,
that.
I'm
goodness.
still missing ribs, bro. This is messed up.
No, but yeah, do you guys think that like because we're in a situation that we're in now, like there has to be a constant cycle of like pain in order to like learn and progress in life?
I feel like pain and suffering are great teachers, but they're not the only teachers.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
You can also learn through joy and things like you learn pain when you do something and you realize you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And you learn through joy when you do something and you love it.
I
You
think
know?
pain and suffering appears to be more like it works better because like you have to fix that problem
Right.
because it's causing you hurt. Right? If you're in a season of like joy, you could be learning from that, but often you don't.
Definitely not as good.
You
Yeah.
don't because
It's
you
not
don't
as
have to
automatic.
fix it or you
Yeah.
don't have to adjust it all.
Mountaintop's nice.
Mountaintop's nice. Yeah.
Mountaintop's nice, but nothing grows up there.
Right.
That's true. There's good snow though. Good for
Yeah,
snowboarding.
let's snowboard.
Maybe just put a flag there.
A flag on top of what mountain?
Mount McKinley.
Mount McKinley.
Yep. Because screw them renaming it to Denali. I'm still peeved about that.
It's renamed.
Yeah, to Denali. It's stupid.
I have
Is it
no idea what this is
Denali
about.
or Denali?
Denali.
Denali,
Yeah.
like Nolly.
It's native Alaskan.
Ah,
Anyway,
Alaska sounds so nice.
come through anytime.
it's pretty.
I think I might make a permanent residence
Good.
eventually. Alaska does a lot of things really cool, like forgiving student debt for people going up there to work.
Oh yeah,
That's cool.
That's true.
Also, it's just pretty. And best of all, there's just no people for
Very little
large
people.
parts of it.
And there's good women.
Right. Yeah. Messed up on that front. I'm already not welcome in Alaska on the female part.
Word's been spread.
Word's been spread.
Yeah.
Word's been spread.
Not good.
Like
Not
wildfire.
good. Oh my goodness.
That's just another state they have to cross off.
Alaska. That's good. I mean, we're in the pit of hell right now. So, to be fair,
warm.
Oh no, there's still New Mexico, bro. There's still New Mexico.
I mean,
Yeah,
if you're born in New Mexico, like, what are you doing with? If you're like working towards something that's not leaving New Mexico,
Oh my goodness.
I was actually born in New Mexico. You know that shit?
well, where are you right now? Are you in New Mexico?
Not in New Mexico. I was in New Mexico for
Exactly.
6 months.
Yeah, he figured it out.
He figured it out. He was like, all right. I am out.
I'm out the womb now. I'm out this state, bro. Get out of here.
Out this piece.
It's a little bounce pass, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my
Little
goodness.
ricochet shot.
Yeah.
What is our camera time looking like?
8 minutes.
You got any other questions for us?
Yeah, you got any
Oh
other
man, I actually had a question written down somewhere,
Yeah.
but it was just way too deep. It was just
No,
like something.
hit us with
Okay,
Deep is good.
what is something about you guys' self that you wish other people would notice more physically and like something in your personality.
Physically first.
Physically, I don't care. Like I don't care about people's opinions enough for physically. Also, I think physical is very like shallow. So
Okay, what's something that you like about yourself?
that people don't notice, or just
Something. Just something.
I think not that I wish, but I think it would be helpful just in life in general if people understood that all of my like, you know how you said like sometimes I can come off as abrasive and like frictional and confrontational. If they could understand that the intent behind most of my comments, I would say like over 90% of them is from a place of love and like improvement. Like I very rarely try to go at somebody or talk about somebody in a foul manner just because of the way I was raised. So like understanding, I feel like people would retain what I have to say a lot better in general, which it does happen like all the time that it ends out good, but definitely understanding that my intention from the get-go is to show love. So I think that if everybody could see that and have that as the filter and lens they view and hear everything that comes out of my mouth, it would definitely be helpful. I just feel like a lot more could be accomplished.
Yeah. I was going to say the same thing as intent. I think like I deliver things pretty well, that intent is not very often misunderstood. But I think that intent
is everything,
is the most it's the most valuable way to discern like what other people are like coming at you with. So I would say intent is like the biggest thing that like people don't always observe that I would hope that they would.
Yeah, because as soon as someone thinks that you're offensive or coming at them in an attacking manner, as soon as they get defensive, anything you say, whether it's good or whether it could actually change their life, they won't get it. As soon as they feel like they're in a corner, like they just won't.
Well, you can back them out of the corner though.
Yeah, you can, but you know what I'm saying? It's like as soon as
if they're in the corner, it's like
as soon as they're on the corner and fighting and feel like they're fighting off the ropes, anything you say, whether it is good or bad, they will not.
Yeah,
that happened today at work.
Oh yeah, it did. Yeah. Shout out Jay.
Shout out Jay, bro.
Yeah.
What about you? Physical and emotional thing that you wish people would pick up on more?
Emotionally, I have a very high respect for like art and beauty that I feel like a lot of people don't like comprehend about me. Like I have a like, when I see like genuine work put into something in order to create it beautifully, like where I see it most commonly is in almost any Roman motif and Renaissance era thing where they spent years like working towards their craft in order to make art, right? And I respect the amount of work that they used in order to create that art. You know, the skill, the effort, the time, and the passion.
Absolutely.
And I think, and it's actually like it's absolutely beautiful when somebody is able to express themselves eloquently through art. You know, whether that's music, paintings or whatever, or sculptures. Like that's just something that I like. I love it. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's pure. Absolutely. More than anything.
Yeah.
That's like the reflection of the image of God.
Right.
So yeah.
Exactly.
That's so significant.
Yeah.
Exactly. And physically, my shoulders is just beautiful, man. Like I just
yeah.
You do have good shoulders.
Those shoulders.
Yeah. I just like my shoulders.
You have a good back too. You have a decent sized back.
Send back and shoulders.
Yeah.
Back and shoulders, man. You're all made of. But yeah.
That's 2 of your days. 2 of your 3 days.
Hey,
nice.
2 or 3.
Yeah. Any other question you got for us?
I'm all good, man.
No, you good?
You're clear.
Well, good, sir. Thanks for coming on.
Dude, this is great.
Yeah, thanks for coming last minute. I know that we kind of just reached out last minute.
It's
But
either this or find something else to do, and this is
it's
one
chill.
of the better ways to spend an evening. You know,
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can confidently say after this like podcast and like kind of getting to know you like more on a just like non-work setting,
right?
Like, not that I have more respect for you, but
Mhm.
like I definitely like I see you as like a lot higher.
You
of an
understand who
individual.
I am a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's nice.
That's why we're talking to more people this year, just to understand people.
yeah,
Just trying to comprehend it all.
yeah,
Yeah. I would encourage you to do the same. Interact with people.
yeah.
This to you guys too out there. Thank you for listening.
Episode 14,
Episode 14, first one of the
24.
year.
2022.
Yeah.
We're gonna be more
years, guys.
consistent. We just haven't been, but expect videos on Fridays,
Yep.
and that's pretty much it. Subscribe.
I killed COVID. Gang.
Oh yeah, you got over COVID.
COVID survivor.
I mean,
Yeah, it was so hard. I got a
It's
headache.
so
I got a
bad.
headache for a few hours.
Oh man.
Oh man,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely treated the weekend like you had
Yeah.
COVID.
Well,
Yeah.
episode 14. Shout out Kumar for holding the camera so steady. Love you, buddy.
He's
Yeah.
killing the game right now.
Dude, he really is.
He's so good at
On
this.
top of it, he doesn't move.
He's
He's a
at
rock.
least 9 pieces of rice.
Yeah.
At least 9.
At least 9 this
All right.
time. I don't know about that. That's over budget.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening.
Subscribe, notification bell, like the videos, go follow us on Instagram, and like those photos. We'll see you next week. All right, bye bye.